Good morning, Year 4, and welcome to your last maths lesson of the week. I hope you have got on really well with your learning. I'm sorry, that's my emails pinging in the background, probably some more of your lovely work that has been sent in. So, this lesson today, I am going to go and explain your starter activity, and then I'm just going to talk you through what I want you to do today. Now, today's work is the piece that we want to see sent back, because all the work that you've done this week should have built up to this, and this is the one that you really need to do independently. All right, so I want to see what you're able to do in terms of understanding graphs and interpreting them. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen over here. Now, your starter activity should look something like this. Now, you only need to do page 1. You don't need to print it off. You can just look at it on the screen and write the answers in your book. The reason we're going back over this is because both Mrs. Bevins and myself gave you some worksheets with this to do just on the hop in a lesson. And I would say the majority of us couldn't do it when I marked it. We were reading the scales incorrectly. So what you need to do is I'm going to go down to the second one so that I'm not giving you the answers. So page 1, and let me zoom back out, sorry. So page 1 is what I'm asking you to do. And so I'm going to go to page 2, that's the answer key, so don't cheat. I'm going to go to page 3. So what you need to do, just like I did then, you can zoom in to help you if you're not printing it off. Now, looking at the thermometer, you're looking at the blue bit, okay? So whatever the blue goes up to, that is the temperature that is shown on the thermometer. So you need to work out what this scale is. I can see that there aren't 10 intervals there. So I've got to work out what it's going up in. So you can see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it's going up in 2s. All right, so each of these scales is going up in 2s, which means you need to count in 2 to work out the temperature. All right, and then on the ones below, again, they're going up in 2s. All right, so in order to read the scale, you need to be counting in 2s on there. I'm just going to go up to the first one as well and just check that there's nothing different on there that I need to tell you about. No? Okay, so that's what I want you to do on those. Again, it can just be a straight list in your book, or it can just be that you've printed it off and written them on the sheets. All right, so it's really important that you work the scale out first. So I'm going to close that. Now, your home teaching document today says answer comparison, sum and difference questions. So you're going to see some questions like this on a worksheet today. So number 1, the bar chart shows the number of visitors to a museum in a week. How many more visitors went to the museum on Thursday than on Tuesday? So you need to read Thursdays and be really careful, because you can see that it's going between 2 labelled divisions. Now, if that's 6 and that's 8, what's going to come halfway between? That's right, it's going to be 7. So if I was you, I would write on, so on Monday, I would write 6, Tuesday, I would write 14, Wednesday, I would write 3. So I would write how many people on each bar, because that will be useful later, and then working out the difference. All right, so that's those type of questions. Total number. Well, if you've already written the numbers on those bars, then all you've got to do is add them together. If you didn't write those numbers on them the first time, you're going to have to go back and you're going to have to work out what each one is again and then add them all up. All right. Question D is saying if there are 4 times as many visitors on a Sunday as there are on a Monday, how many people visit on a Sunday? So you've got to look at the total for Monday and times that by 4. and that tells you how many people are there on the Sunday. Number 4, looking at the pictogram, you can see on that pictogram, you can see on that pictogram that a complete square means 4. Okay, so half a square is 2, a quarter of the square is 1, and 3/4 of the square is 3. Now again, I would write the totals. So 4, 8, 12, 13, 14. I would write 14 on there. And I would write the blue one. I would write the green one. And then when I move down here, it says use less than, greater than, or equals to compare the points scored by the teams. So once you've worked out how many they've got, you can fill them in. All right. Now pink hasn't got any, has it? So bear that in mind, it's a 0. Okay, you can use, it says complete the pictogram for the pink team. So on here, you're basing it that there's nothing there. They didn't score it. But then we're going to go down and we're going to fill a bit more information in on the sheet. So again, fill in the red, the blue, the green, the yellow. And then it says the pink team scored double the number of points that the blue team scored. Complete the pictogram for the pink team. Okay, so you've got to draw it on properly. Teddy is working out the difference in points between the yellow team and the red team. It says, I can work out how many points each team scored and then subtract 1 from the other. Is there another way Teddy could work out the answer? So you've got to look and see, could you work it out in any other way? If you think there is, say yes and write show it. If you think no, just put no. Okay, 2 children were asked to find out how many hours of sunshine there were altogether. If each sun is 3 hours, you could count up all the suns in counting in 3s, or you could work out each country and then add the numbers together. And that's 2 ways of doing it. So you can see that Mo said, I can find out how many hours sunshine each country has and then add up all the totals. Use Mo's method to calculate the total hours of sunshine. I can count how many sunshine symbols there are and multiply that by 3. Which method is the most efficient? Will that always be the case? So most efficient means quickest. Okay, which would be the quickest way to do it? Will that always be the quickest way to do it? Okay. Number 9, complete the table. Are these statements true or false? So first of all, to complete the table, film A was seen by this many women and this many men. So you add them together to find the total. Film B, you've got the total amount and you've got the women. So you need to do a subtraction, the smallest number from the biggest number, to work out the men. Okay. Film C, you add the 2 together to find the total. And then you need to add the 3 numbers together to find the total here. You've got to subtract, well, you'll have this one, so that one will be done for you. And then this one, add them together. The total amount of women was over 1,000. You could probably say whether that was true or false without actually finding out the total. Okay, you can look at the numbers and see. Film C was the most popular. Well, you need to look at the total column to answer that one. Then on page 9, you've got to really read the question. Use the clues to complete the bar chart. Tom scored 15 fewer goals than Aisha. So we don't know Aisha and we don't know Tom yet. Aisha scored 10 more goals than Juan. So if we work out what Juan scored and then add 10 to it, we can draw Aisha's on. Then you can work out what Tom's score was. And then Juan and Nisha have a combined total score of 22. So you can see what he's got And then you've got to work out the difference between this number and 22 to draw hers on. Now, you've got a worksheet that looks similar to that, but the questions on the PowerPoint that you can work through yourself are different to the questions on the worksheet. The worksheet is two-sided, and we just want you to have a try at doing those questions. You can send that in today if you want to, and then, but this is the one that I want in, definitely want in off you. This is to be done completely independently, using everything you've learned over the week, and I would like you to send it in so that Mrs. Bevins and myself can see how you got on. And then the bottom one says circle how confident you feel with statistics. Okay, so not very or somewhere in between. All right, now I look forward to seeing how well you've got on with your work as always, and have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you in some different videos next week. All right, lots of love. Bye.